The American rocket launcher Himars has already proven itself well in Ukraine. A similar German Long Hand MLRS MARS 2 missile system has already arrived to help Ukraine. These systems are ideal for offensive operations. MARS is very similar to the American MLRS 270 on tracks. It has 2 rocket packs and can fire 12 rockets in 1 minute. The primary purpose of MARS is fire support for infantry when attacking enemy positions. With its help, you can destroy almost everything on the front line: the concentration of manpower, enemy military equipment, artillery batteries, air defense systems, command posts and communication centers. This system can also perform remote mining. The artillery part of the MARS system consists of 2 disposable blocks, each of which contains 6 launch containers with rocket-propelled ammunition of 227mm or 237mm caliber. These blocks recharge in 5 minutes. The maximum range of hitting targets is 45 to 70 km, depending on the ammunition. MARS can also fire unguided rockets with cumulative fragmentation warheads, caliber 140mm. The weight of such a rocket is 107 kg and the flight range is 40 km. The cumulative warhead penetrates homogeneous armor up to 140 mm thick. This means that the Russian main battle tank T-72 has no chance. With these missiles, the MARS system will destroy any Russian armored vehicle. Overall, 12 missiles or 12 rockets from MARS is a formidable force. They hit right on target and wipe it out. These missile systems are well suited for grinding enemy forces. That is why they will find their application in Ukrainian offensive tactics. August will bring us a lot of exciting news. You probably already know what is happening on the right bank of the Dnipro near Kherson. Ukraine has trapped significant Russian military forces there, including the best paratroopers. Then the Ukrainians blew up the bridges and took the entire foothold under fire control. Right now, the German MLRS MARS 2 will serve them well. They will grind all the Russian forces here until there's nobody left. When the Himars appeared in Ukraine, the rules on the battlefield changed dramatically. Currently, there are already more than 30 such systems in Ukraine. More than 50 large targets were destroyed in the Russian rear. All logistics of the Russian army in the occupied territory have been disrupted. The best proof of this is that Russian troops have hardly moved over the past month. The front line stands still. All the Russians can boast of are a few tactical successes near Donetsk, where they captured 2 or 3 villages. And in many sectors of the front, the Russians go on the defensive. These machines have definitely changed the rules of the game. Instead of advancing and capturing new territories, the Russians abandoned their main forces to restore logistics, build crossings over bridges and new fortifications. Russia has no counteraction to Himars. In fact, Russia is powerless against these combat vehicles. The Himars and MARS 2 systems have another significant advantage. The fact is that Russian air defense systems cannot shoot down American missiles. More than that, Himars can easily destroy Russian S-300s or S-400s, as well as Russian Tor and Panzer systems, and have already destroyed them repeatedly. After that, the Russians began to hide them at the distance of inaccessibility. Therefore, for Russians, Himars is the most dangerous weapon. Having nothing to oppose to Himars systems, they decided to start hunting them to destroy them. On July 18th, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu ordered the priority destruction of such systems. But even here, the Russians are not lucky. After all, it turned out that it was impossible to destroy Himars with the help of their high-precision caliber missiles. These missiles can only hit stationary targets, while Himars is constantly on the move. And if he stands somewhere, it is not for long. In addition, Ukrainians have allocated special underground protected covers for the Himars systems, which are heavily guarded. Recently, it became known that Russia sent a special detachment like Sea Seals, which were supposed to penetrate the territory of Ukraine track Himars systems and destroy them, but they haven't succeeded so far. On July 22nd, the Russian Ministry of Defense announced that in 15 days, the Russian military had destroyed 4 Himars MLRS. However, General Mark Milley, US Chief of Staff, denied these claims. According to him, none of the systems has yet been destroyed. Milley also said that about 200 Ukrainian soldiers had been trained to use Himars. If one system requires a staff of 3, then it can be assumed that the United States intends to supply Ukraine with more than 60 such systems. Half of them have already been delivered. Russian propaganda constantly tries to convince everyone that they destroyed several Himars rocket launchers. Still, instead of actual evidence, they provide slurred videos. For example, on August 1st, they posted this video as proof. Here we see how the rocket hits the second floor of a building. But Himars are not visible here, and it's unlikely they would be on the second floor. I do not advise you to take seriously what the general staff of the Russian army is broadcasting. Their main goal is propaganda for their own soldiers. The fact is that the fear of American missiles has begun to spread among the Russian military. And to somehow reassure their soldiers, the general staff has already announced their destruction multiple times, without any hard evidence. The Russian general staff often reports high-profile victories. Recently, they reported that they had destroyed more than 100 missiles for Himars systems and 120 Ukrainian soldiers guarding the warehouse. However, in reality, the blow was struck at the hangars of the agricultural enterprise. At the time of the strike, more than 800 tons of straw were stored in the hangar. All this burned down, but no missiles were found there. It has been known for a long time that the Ukrainian army has a network of underground storage facilities protected from the most powerful bombs. It is there where the Ukrainians keep the most valuable missiles and ammunition. Therefore, never fall for the propaganda of the Kremlin. They create it for internal consumption. On August 1st, another 4 Himars system arrived in Ukraine, and there are rumors that in August, Ukraine will finally receive ATACMS 600mm caliber missiles capable of hitting targets at a distance of up to 300 km. Ukraine will immediately be ready to strike the Black Sea Fleet in Crimea and the Crimean Bridge, through which Russia supplies its forces in Crimea and southern Ukraine. After all, the main task of these missiles remains the same: to destroy enemy logistics. The Biden administration is in no hurry to supply Ukraine with long-range missiles. In a moderately dosed manner, the Pentagon generally increases the supply of weapons to Ukraine, observing how the Ukrainians treat them and how the Russians react. But confidence in the Ukrainian army is growing. Numerous reports that Ukrainians resell weapons to third countries have been refuted. No facts of smuggling have been proven. Therefore, we should expect that in the near future, Ukraine will receive even more strategic weapons. In case you didn't know, the United States has already allocated $100 million to train Ukrainian pilots who will fly American F-16 fighters. At the beginning of next year, this aircraft will appear in Ukraine along with trained Ukrainian pilots. Friends, please also watch my video about why it is important for Ukraine to destroy the Crimean Bridge by clicking here.